Alright, welcome back to this week's new video, and today we'll be talking about all of your mics and audio quality solution for your videos. When I first started making videos, one thing that I overlooked the most was the audio quality. They say that audio is 50% of your video, so no matter if you just want to make videos for fun or get clients or start a YouTube channel like this one. Now I've tried all different kinds of mics, but today we'll be mainly going through the pros and cons of shotgun, USB, and wireless mics. So let's start off with the shotgun mic, which is what I actually started this YouTube channel with. And in fact, you're actually hearing the audio quality from it right now. So you can get a sense of how it kind of sounds and what you can expect if you were to buy it. Now the one that I have actually on top of here it's actually from Rode. It's called the Rode Video Mic Go 2, I believe. It's a pretty good mic. When I bought it, it's around $100, so it's not crazy expensive, but it's all good. Now this is great for vlogging or just any kind of YouTube videos in my opinion, because you basically just plug the audio cord into the camera and you're good to record. Now the reason why it's called a shotgun mic is because wherever you point it at, it will pick up the sound the best. So for example, when it's pointing at me, it's gonna pick up my sound the best rather than, someone else was talking behind the camera. It'll be a bit more muffled and not sound so great. I use this 90% of the times because it's just so versatile and it simply just sits on the top of the camera. Now let's talk about some cons, of course, of shotgun mics. So firstly, the price. As I mentioned, there are many expensive shotgun mics that are expensive for no reason in my opinion. And honestly, I think once you reach a certain price point, you cannot really hear the difference if you go more expensive. I've actually tried a microphone that a brand sent me, which is half of the price of this Rode, and it does sound a bit different, but to be completely honest, there isn't a massive audio quality difference comparing to the Rode, which is double the price of it. Now secondly, which is the noise handling of this mic. So as I mentioned, wherever you point it at, will pick up the sound of it the best. So now I'm just recording video in a very closed space, just in my studio. I know it's not the best because there's still some echo you can probably hear. I probably need to do some soundproofing sort of to the room, but what I'm saying is, if you're recording in a busy city like Toronto, you can definitely expect some traffic noise and people talking in the background getting picked up. But overall, if you're always recording videos on the go and you're not sure what kind of mics to buy yet, this is definitely the way to go and you won't go wrong with a shotgun mic. Alrighty, now let's talk about the second mic that's on the list, which is these kind of USB mics, which I'm actually already started to record on a computer screen. Actually, let me close this. Yeah. USB mic. You're hearing from it right now. Now these kind of mics are great if you're mainly creating things indoor, like a sit and talk video. For example, recording the A-roll of this video right now, where I'm just sitting at one place, I'm not moving too much, just a camera setup and also a microphone setup. Now some other use cases is recording voiceovers, streaming on Twitch, or even starting a podcast. It gives you a very rich sound for your audience, because that's the only thing I hear since they can't see anything, so the sound is much more important than the visuals. Now these mics are actually very cheap and easy to use compared to many expensive XLR mics, which could be crazy. Now this specific mic is less than $70 and it's basically just a plug and play with a USB cord. So, very user friendly and very easy to use, and you can hear how good the sound quality is. And besides being so cheap, it actually got quite a lot of customization on the microphone itself. For example, I can control the audio gain, the monitoring gain, also the tap to mute button. For example, if I tap it right now, what I just said was I was saying you probably could not hear me back then because it turned red. And I can also control the RGB lights, you see on it, which is, I think, pretty cool. Good to have it. But the obvious cons of these kind of microphones is that you cannot move it around. While it is in fact small to carry, but still it's just only stuck in one place and one place only. I mean, you could put it on a microphone boom arm like what I've done over here to move it to different parts of the desk, but still it's not like you can move around and record vlogs and taking it around like a shotgun mic. But yeah, once again, if you're only recording sit and talk videos, this would be the much better choice.
Alright, so the third type of mics that I have on the list are these wireless mics that I already wore over here, and that's how the case sort of looks like. You can pop it open just like this. Yep, that's how it looks like. And of course, you're definitely hearing from the mic directly right now. So essentially how these wireless mics work is that you have 2 or more signal transmitter, which is these mics that you actually wear on the person to record them. And you also got a signal receiver that you plug into the device. So in this case, this microphone is actually used for iPhones. But wait, you might be wondering, if it's recorded on my iPhone, how does it go into the camera? So actually, I'm just recording the audio onto my iPhone, and then later on, I'll sync the audio that I recorded with the camera footage. Hope that makes sense. But anyways, these kinds of wireless mics are mainly used for capturing a person's voice. For example, if you're recording interviews, documentaries, even ASMRs, or even vlogging when you just have yourself over there and you're trying to record what you're saying. Now, to be completely honest, I don't use these kind of mics that often at all because I just haven't found a good use case yet. I just find it a bit cumbersome to always set it up. Also have to sync up the audio from my phone to the camera and everything. But yeah, that's just me. But if you see yourself using this a lot, you know, this could be a pretty good option.
Alright, yo, so now I'm outside, and as you can see, I put a puffer on this microphone over here. It's actually pretty small, as you can see. It's actually got quite a lot of different modes that you can play around with the transmitter. For example, if I can turn on noise cancellation mode, I believe. So you just double tap, hold it for a few seconds. Does this sound any better? Because, you know, it turns green over here. And there's also actually quite a lot of things you can play around with the receiver on the back of it. You can switch the audio channels to mono to stereo, so that's also quite fun to play with. You can also mute the sound of it, which is all pretty good, you know. And now let's talk about some pros and cons of this sort of mic. Let me just put it actually on. Alright, hopefully you can still kind of hear me clearly. Hopefully it's not so muffled. If it is, I apologize for it. But an obvious pro of these sort of wireless mics is that you can actually walk away very far away from your camera. For example, I left the camera over there, just beside like a tree branch. But now I can keep going away. I can probably still hear me very far away, just like the same as if the camera is very close to me. Now, in terms of the cons, I guess it's just you have to charge these sort of mics because it is in fact battery powered. Now, it does have a charging case just like an AirPods case. So even though it is pretty small to carry, it is still something you have to think about. But yeah, while I'm outside, that basically sums up all the different mics and audio solutions for your videos. If you're ever wondering, all of these mics, I did not buy them myself. In fact, brand sent me over, I tested them, I made a video for them, and I love using them. So that's why I decided to make this YouTube video, and I will leave links down below to where you can buy them. So if you want to check it out, use my link. And if you found the video helpful in any way, make sure to leave a like and drop a sub, and hopefully I'll see you next one. Goodbye.